What's up, everybody? So I know the new Yu-Gi-Oh set just came out like a week ago, or yeah, I think it's a week ago. The Eternity Core for the new format and everything. So right now I'm currently working on two decks. I'm trying to upgrade them and everything. One of them is called Waifu the deck, and I call the other one the Dark Abyss. But you see what I got pictures to show what they are. So I know the Eternity Core currently has cards for three of my decks. One of them is Evil Eye, but I've got to see what that new Evil Eye card does because I don't know. But pretty much what I'm doing right now, on this video at least, is pretty much I'm going to do a video of what decks I'm mostly focused on and what I'm trying to do to upgrade them. But I'm pretty much going to go over the current deck I have for it and probably do a video later on the what I put into it and everything. So yeah, so here's the first deck, and someone's going to probably think it's crazy, but this is the Dragonmaid deck, or as I call it, the waifu deck, because let's be honest, it is. And everything, and I have pretty much the core right now. I'm trying to get another chamber and everything, but apparently how I got my deck right now is I currently have three kitchens. If I can give you a good picture, which I probably can't. I got three kitchens, and that's like the most expensive card in the deck, except for Chamber's most expensive form. And how kitchen works is pretty much when this card is normal summon or special, you can add one Dragonmaid card from your deck, Dragonmaid monster from your deck, to your hand except kitchen, and send one Dragonmaid monster from your hand to graveyard. At the start of the battle phase, you can return this card to the hand, and then if you do, special summon one level 8 Dragon monster from your hand or graveyard, and I can activate that effect once. I can activate this whole card's ability once per turn. This is a weird combo deck, but let's be honest, I don't play a lot of combo decks, so this is pretty fun to me. The next card that I have three of right now is Nurse, Dragonmaid Nurse. And how Nurse works is that same thing, normal summon, special summon. You can target one level 4 or lower Dragonmaid monster in your graveyard except Nurse. Special summon it. At the start of the battle, you can tag it out for a level 7. And I can use these ability once per turn. And it can be from the graveyard to the hand. So pretty much, with all the Dragonmaid cards, you can pretty much bounce them back to your hands to some of the other cards from the someone on level 7 or someone on a level 8, based on what they say, to the field from your hand or graveyard and everything. I'll go over why you do that, because it's pretty much one of their fusion cards that makes the deck so powerful. I currently have two of this one, and I don't know how you pronounce that P word. I'm going to try again. Okay, no, I'm not. But it's pretty much the same thing. It's special summon, normal summon. You can send one Dragonmaid card from your deck to your graveyard. So what you're supposed to do is pretty much get the fusion card for this deck. I'll have that out later in the video. And at the start of the battle phase, tag it out for a level 8. And I can use this ability once per turn. Now, this is part one. I got one laundry. And laundry is pretty much that when you do the same normal summon, special summon. You just send the top 3 cards of your deck to their graveyard. And then when you go to a battle, at the start of the battle phase, you can just tag her out for a level 7. And yeah, that's about it. So how's the level 7 work? But pretty much when you come to these tagging abilities for the 2 and 3s, 2s will get a 7, and 3s will get a 8. And that's pretty much that. The newest one of the new ones that came out is the Dragonmaid Chambermaid. The Chamber Dragonmaid. I need another one of these. I'm trying to figure out what to take out right now. So I know people were saying you play 3 of this card because the deck is super versatile, because it says if this card is normal summon or special summon, you can add one dragon monster spell and trap card from your deck to your hand. At the start of the battle phase, I can tag it out for any card in my graveyard hand that's level 7 or higher, so you can pretty much get the fusions back if necessary. And I'm going to use the effect of this card once per turn. So the card's the only level 4, and you can tag out for any of the other Dragonmaids that's level 7 or higher. That includes the fusions. So the way I look at it right now, I probably need the best I can do for this deck is 2 of these cards, because the upside is that the card is actually really good, but it's not perfectly good for a 3 copy. So I'm thinking 2, because it can help me get the spell and trap cards I need and everything. Because I already have one card to get me the fusion I need. So Yeah, but one more will help this deck out really good, or at least my build. So now we're going to the dragon modes of these cards. I got 3 of this card. So pretty much how these work is at the end they're like the opposite effects of the human modes. So at the end of the turn I can call the let's think. So I can call like like a level 3 Dragonmaid with a level 8s. So it's pretty much it. So 8s go for 3s, 7 goes for 2s. And what happens is at the end of the battle phase, they come back to my hand. I summon the other cards back. These cards in appearance can be destroyed by battle or card effect if I control a fusion monster. So yeah, I can use one of these follow effects once per turn. I can quick effect discard this card and give a Dragonmaid 2,000 attack. So pretty much it's anonymous. And at the end of the battle phase, I can return this card to my hand to get one level 3 back to my one level 3 Dragonmaid to the field. So real quick, if you pretty much let's say you do you play Kitchen on your turn, and on your opponent's turn you use the effect of Kitchen to bounce it to your hand to get this card, and you bounce at the end of the battle phase, you bounce this card back to your hand, bring Kitchen. On your opponent's turn, you will get the effect, so you will have to. So you will go through your deck, grab a card, and put one in your graveyard. I think it's optional if I remember correctly. Let me see what it says. Yeah, so it's optional and everything. Yeah, so I'll play 3 of these because you gotta use them to help power the other cards in tight situations. It's only 6 is 1 per turn, but let's be honest, their big fusion card. One of their big fusion cards is really good right now. I have another one. I don't know how to pronounce this one. This is pretty much Laundry's Dragon mode, and it's a level 7. So you get attacked. So at the end of the battle, you tag in for level 2. Same ability. So all the Dragon modes have the ability of these Dragon modes have the ability of if I control fusion, can't be destroyed by battle or card effect. Card effect. Sorry. This one says I can discard it to target one monster in the graveyard and shuffle it into the deck. And at the end of the battle phase, switch it out for a level 2. I might replace one of these with the other Chamber Master. Not sure. Next is Nurse's Dragon form, and pretty much the same thing. It can't be affected by opponent's card effects during if I control a fusion monster. And at the second effect says tag out for 11/2 Dragonmaid. Never seen any Dragonmaid that's level 2, so it could be a different Dragonmaid that's level 2. Quick effect. I can discard this card, special one level 4 lore Dragonmaid monsters from your hand. So yeah, it's pretty. So pretty much I can just special one from my hand if I discard this card. There's been one time where I hit the combo where I can just go like I went like Dragonmaid. I used Dragonmaid's Kitchen ability, and I had like three of the beginner form of Dragonmaid, and the guy didn't know what to do. So pretty much I just did the whole combo and wrecked him that one turn, which was pretty funny and everything. So yeah. Next is that air ones, the green ones, Dragon mode, and I don't know how to pronounce it. I got 2 of them in my deck right now. Same thing, can't be destroyed by card effects if I control fusion. At the end of the battle phase, you get a level 3 Dragonmaid from my hand. So yeah, they gotta be from hand. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. But her main ability, you can discard this card, then target one face-up monster on the field. Players cannot activate effects that target effects on the field this turn. So appearance target whatever I'd say you can't target. So that's pretty much what you use for the big fusion card. I know this ain't a Dragonmaid, it's mostly in here to help me survive the money. I got 3 of the Ash Blossom commons. And it's pretty much, if you want to know, I'm going to read what Ash Blossom does. I don't know if anyone knows fully what the card does. So pretty much, once per turn, a quick effect, I can discard the card to do one of the other effects. I can only use this card once per turn though. I can stop you from adding a card from deck to hand, add special money from deck, or sending a card from deck to graveyard. That's pretty much what I can stop with Ash Blossom. Now we're going to the spell cards, and I got the. So right now this might get cut too. It's Dragonmaid's Welcoming, and Welcoming just says pretty much all monsters I control get 100 attack and defense for each Dragonmaid I control. If you control 2 or more Dragonmaid monsters, I can get 1 Dragonmaid card from the graveyard, except this card, and add it to my hand. You can use this effect once per turn. If this card is sent to the graveyard, your opponent cannot target Dragonmaid monsters you control with card effects this turn. So it pretty much will help protect all my Dragonmaids when it's necessary. There's another one. I got 3. I might bring it down to 2 and try something else. But it's Dragonmaid Hospitality and everything. So try and give you a better look at the card or something. Okay, I tried. So it's pretty much summon a Dragonmaid monster from your hand or graveyard, and defense position. Then you can send one Dragonmaid monster with the same attribute but different level from your deck to the graveyard. I can use this effect once per turn. It's pretty much to help get cards in the graveyard so I can access them if I need to. So I only play one of this card. It's the Dragonmaid Send-Off. And how Send-Off works is I target one Dragonmaid monster you control, special summon one Dragonmaid monster with a different name from your hand in defense position. If you do, return the target monster to the hand. This special summon cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects until the next turn. So pretty much I get a monster when it comes out. So yeah. Now I got the Dragonmaid fusion card, the Dragonmaid Changeover. This pretty much helps me bring out the main fusion of the deck. And well, they got 2 fusions now, but I'm going to get ready to go over. This has fusion summon 1 Dragon fusion material monster from the X deck. So any fusion, I got me a different Dragon fusion just in case I need it, but there's more to it. Using fusions from your hand and field as fusion materials. While this card is in your graveyard, you can target 1 Dragonmaid monster you control. Add this card to your hand and that card as well. So pretty much, if this card's in the graveyard and I got a Dragonmaid on the field, I can just bounce the Dragonmaid in this card from the graveyard back to my hand. And then do the fusion stuff if necessary. I do have Dragon Ravine in here, and I mostly use this to throw cards in the graveyard so I can grab them and everything. I have Dragon's Mirror in here, and this is a card in the fusion deck I mostly use this card for, and it's mostly a last-ditch effort card if I need to. Then for trap cards, I have 2 Dragonmaid downtimes, and what they do is I can target 1 Dragonmaid I control and then activate one of the following effects. Return the card to the hand. If I do, add 1 Dragonmaid card from my deck to my hand, except Dragonmaid downtime. Return it to the hand, and return 1 spell trap card your opponent controls to the hand. If you use the card as this effect once per turn, so I can only use this card once per effect. Yeah, and I got 2 of those. I have this other one called Crackdown. And how Crackdown works is pretty much I just take control of your monster. It's pretty much mind control without the negativity. I just can't attack or activate the card's ability. And when the card leaves the field, this leaves the field. So that. So a lot of people think this is weird or not, but I got Dragon Awakenings in the main board. I don't have a sideboard yet. But pretty much when this card's set on the field and your opponent destroys it and sending it to the graveyard or banish it from the field, I can really special summon 1 monster from the deck or extra deck. So it can be any monster as long as I can meet 3 summoning requirements. If it's like a fusion monster that says must be fusion summon, or a card that says must be XYZ summon, I can't target those, but anything else is pretty much fair game and everything. So we're getting to the main deck. I don't have a lot of cards for the main deck. I'm still working on it, so bear with me. So right now I have 3 of the Dragonmaid's house cards, and this is pretty much the one of the main cards of the deck is in the extra deck. So how it works is that it takes 1 Dragonmaid monster and 1 Dragon type monster. Yeah. So once per turn during your standby phase, you can target 1 other Dragonmaid monster you control. Special 1 Dragon monster, another monster from your hand or graveyard intervention, whose level is higher or lower by 1. I'm not really worded like that. I just like to say, get them both out the way before I say when the numbers. And if the numbers are different. When another face-up Dragonmaid monster you control is during turn to hand, except during the damage step, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls, destroy it. And that's not a one-time effect. That's as many times as possible. This card's also a 3,000 beater, 2,000 defense. So keep that in mind when you try and fight a deck like this. So in the new tournament code, they came out the fusion for her. I'm running 2 right now because I'm trying to see how it works before I invest in the 3rd. So it says you need 1 Dragonmaid monster and 1 level 5 or higher Dragon monster. During your standby phase, you can special summon 1 level 9 or lower Dragonmaid monster from your deck or from your hand or graveyard. So pretty much you can just summon another fusion or anything else. You can special summon 1 level 9. Yeah, because house is 9. So yeah. While your opponent activates a card effect, quick effect, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. And also after this Return after that. Return this card to the extra deck. If you do special summon one house Dragonmaid from the extra deck, you can only use this effect once per turn. So this card's good and everything, but if I don't have if I don't have the I don't know how it works if I don't have the housemaid back in the deck and everything. Yeah, but I got 2 for right now. I'm gonna see how it works before I invest in the third. And my last 2 fusion cards, let's be honest, it's weird, but I thought it'd be funny. This is mostly a meme anyway. It's the 5-headed dragon. I got 2 versions with 2 different arts, and it's pretty much just says like, must be fusion summon. It cannot be destroyed by battle with a light anything that ain't a light monster. It's pretty much a term anyway. If I can guarantee a win, I'm pretty much gonna summon him. He's a 5K beater, so either way, I'm gonna kick someone's butt with it. And that's pretty much that deck. So in the other deck I'm working on, I know it came in, there's a card help in the eternity code. Let's see how well it does, but it's the if I can get it come up, Lair of Darkness deck. So I don't know how people usually do profiles. They usually do monsters, then then they go through like spells and traps. But I'm gonna start with the spell card so you can get the understanding of the deck real quick. So this whole deck is about tributing your opponent's monsters, and this card helps you with it. They already need 3 in the deck to help you. But we'll give you what the card does. Okay, Lair of Darkness is a field spell. All face-up monsters on the field become dark monsters, including your opponents. Once per turn, if you would tribute a monster you control to activate a card effect, you can tribute 1 dark monster your opponent controls. That makes it useful. Even though you do not control it, once per turn during the end phase, you can special summon as many tokens, Fiend, Dark, level 3, 1000 attack, 1000 defense, as possible to the player's field and submission. So pretty much how it works is when I sacrifice monsters, let's say I do it on your turn, and I sacrifice like 5 monsters, so your monster zones you get 5 tokens at the end of the turn. And it's pretty much how many, it's equal to the number of cards that was tributed and how many slots you got open. So yeah, I can easily fill up your field with that. So remember, this card critically says all monsters are dark, and I can also use your monster for ability. So make sure you understand that before we get to as we continue, okay? So the first one on the list is Lilith of the Limit, Lady of the Limit or something. I can't pronounce that. And so how she works is she's a 2000 attacker, 0 beater. If this card is normal summon, the original attack becomes 1000. So it's just even though 2 cases get halved when it's normal summoned. Quick effect, you can tribute 1 dark monster. Reveal 3 normal trap cards from your deck. Your opponent chooses 1 at random. If they do, it becomes set. And you shuffle the rest back into the deck. And I can use this effect once per turn. So how it works is I can tribute any dark monster for this ability. Remember that. With Lair of Darkness, I can use your monster too. And everything. So the next card is pretty much a way to get the main spell card. But that's another ability. It's this okay, I can't pronounce that. I have a bad reading skill. I'm sorry. But so pretty much how this card does is it's a 17 attacker, 0 defender. You can discard, and add 1 Lair of Darkness from your deck to your hand. You can choose 1 dark monster. I can choose 1 dark monster, or I can draw a card. Or if you choose a dark monster other than this card to activate this effect, you can add 1 dragon monster from 2000 defense or more from your deck to your hand instead. So I can pretty much either go get a card with 2000 attack, do 2000 defense or more, or draw a card, which I'm most likely going to draw a card probably. And I can use this effect once per turn. So this deck requires 3 of them because this card can actually help you out in time to bind. This whole deck is pretty much a big control deck. Everything. So the next card is pretty much a big dude. Is Darkness Diablo, Lord of the Lair. And how he works is that your opponent cannot tribute this card for face-up effects on the field, and can't target while this card target it with card effects. If you can only use each effect of this card once per turn. So both effects. The first effect says if a dark monster you control is tribute except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. I can throw something from the graveyard. It was not there when you tribute it or hand, even if it's not. I don't understand that, but yeah, I don't understand. You can tribute one dark monster. Your opponent places one card from their hand on top of their deck, top or bottom of their deck. That's really what it does. It's pretty much a control deck and everything. Let's so make sure you understand this because I forgot to say this before I started. When you do tribute for an ability, so tribute does not count as destroy and it doesn't count as target. The only rule I have for it is like cards on Fortunately Light, because Fortunately Light says if you leave the field doing an ability, I don't know if that works or not. So you might have a double check on that ruling before you make this deck. Because I made it because I thought it would be stupid to make, and it's actually pretty good. So the next card is Dark Sun, the Sinner Shadow Lord. This is what the guy does. This is what the guy looks like. So this is what he does, okay? You can tribute as many dark monsters, special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, I get 500 for each monster you tribute. So pretty much you can, if you have like 10 tokens on the field, you can pretty much go tribute all the tokens for this guy. Okay. Then if this card is no summon special summon, you can target one level 5 or higher darkness monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. You can only use this effect of this guy once per turn. You can only special summon monsters this turn that you actually use effects except dark monsters. So I can't tribute anything. I can't summon anything besides dark monsters. But my whole deck is dark anyway. So now this one's in here, and it's pretty much just a card. I think it's useful, even though it's not, you can't special summon it, but it's really good. And it's Diablo, King of the Abyss. So this card clearly states it cannot be normal summon set. If you tribute summon this card, the tribute monsters must be dark, and cannot be tributed by card effects. While it faces on the field once per turn during your opponent's draw phase before they draw the cards. Look at the top card of your opponent's deck, and if you do, place it on top or bottom either way. It's pretty common. Oh, so I got to tribute 2 monsters. I can make sure I understand. So yeah, that guy's pretty good. So he can help me make sure you don't draw anything good. And if I have one of the cards in this deck, I can make sure he gets destroyed. So I also got one Dark Arm Dragon might come out. Dark Arm Dragon says if I got 3 dark monsters in my graveyard, I can just banish one. I can special summon, then I can just banish one from my graveyard to blow something up. And that's not a one-time ability. Last time I checked. I got Armageddonite, which might come out, and I have this girl. It might come out, but let's be honest, her effect ain't really all that good. So I'm kind of iffy if she's going to come out or not, because if I don't control a monster, I can special summon her and then get a token based on the creatures that's attacking. So that's could be useful or not. I got a Pot of Avarice, and this pretty much just helps me just throw 5 monsters back into my deck. Terraform to help me get my field spell, the Lair of Darkness. So I got 2 trade-ins. So like I have a bunch of 8. I do have 8 level 8s in this deck, and this is pretty much draw power to help me get to the trap cards I need. And a Foolish Burial to throw one of the big dudes into the graveyard. So yeah. So I'm gonna let you know real quick. When it comes to the deck of this, when it comes to this card's deck, it's pretty much when it comes to Lair of Darkness, what most people understand is the deck is a crush card deck. So this deck and this, but its main source is trap cards, and all of them are the virus cards. So yeah, so like right now I have 3 of the virus crush cards, and what I do is tribute a monster with 1,000 tackle last, and your opponent takes no battle damage until the next turn after this card is activated. But I look at their opponent's hand, all monsters they control, and if I do, they destroy all monsters with 15 attack or more, and destroy any card, and destroy the next 3 monsters they draw. The next 3 draw phases, if you draw a monster with 15 attack or more, yeah, I can just destroy it. Oh, they got destroyed 15 They got destroyed cards with 15 cards. Yeah, so they go through the deck instead to destroy 3 monsters. That. So this one's actually pretty useful. This deck can screw down heroes, and it's the whatever virus you pronounce that. I was pretty much going to give you a quick overview. So you shoot 1 dark monster with an attack with 25 or more attack, and 2 spell or trap cards. Check your opponent's hand. All spell and trap cards on the field. And the next 3 they draw. And so pretty much how it works is, let's say I tribute a monster with 25 attack. Then I'm just say spell cards. So in your hand on the field in the next 3 turns, if you have a spell card, I can destroy it. So yeah, we'll keep that in mind. This other one's pretty weird, but I'm just going to show you the picture and just give you a brief underrun what it does. I run 3 of this one because it actually can help me get rid of cards. So I choose one dark monster with 3,000 attack or less. Your opponent destroys 1 card from they control. Your opponent destroys 1 card of their choice in their hand or a deck for each 500. So pretty much, let's say I sacrifice a monster with 3,000 attack, okay? So pretty much you gotta pick cards from your hand or deck equal to every 500 of the cards. So they gotta get rid of like 6 cards from your hand, 6 monsters from your hand, or 6 cards from the deck. And the next 3 turns, I can destroy any monster they draw. Yeah, that's pretty much it for that one. And I cannot activate. Let's see. Cards destroyed and sent to the graveyard by this card effect cannot activate their own effect this turn. So pretty much, it also, so if I destroy a monster, you can't activate the effect if I destroyed it this turn. So you gotta keep that in consideration. Those constant field effects will go away. I have this other one, full force virus, and everything. And how it works is choose 1 dark monster with 2,000 or more defense. Look at your opponent's hand, all monsters they control, and all cards they draw until the 3rd turn after these cards they activate. And destroy all those monsters with a 25 with 15 in defense or less. So that's pretty good because a bunch of good monsters now have 15 in defense or less. So I'm killing anything you can probably use. I have 2 Waking the Dragons in this one too. To help me get some cards out. I have a Crackdown, which I went over in the last deck. I have an anti-spell Fumigate, I guess you call it. And pretty much how it works is that you gotta set a spell card like a trap card, so you gotta wait till your next turn to activate it. And I'll bomb this for no good reason. Now with Waking the Dragon, I got cards in here to help me summon stuff. So I have like this XYZ creature is pretty powerful. His ability is if a monster that this card points to is first summoned from the extra deck, it's destroyed by battle on an opponent's card effects. Add 1 monster from your graveyard or 1 fatal premium pendulum monster in your extra deck to your hand. You contribute 1 monster each. Target 1 monster on each player's field that was first summoned from the extra deck, except this card. Banish both those until end turn. So pretty much banish it for no way. Well, also with that other card, if I can, I got this Typhoon. I got 2 of this Typhoon Dragon and everything. And as it said, if another monster is first summoned to a zone this card points to, while this card is on the field, destroy all monsters in the main monsters zones. Also, your opponent monsters cannot attack for the rest of the turn after damage calculation. If this card activates an opponent's monster, if this card attacks upon, inflict piercing damage to your opponent equal to the monster's attack. So if I destroy a monster, you're gonna take this attack as the thing. I got Crystal Wing, and that's a bit of a mouthful, so I'm not gonna waste my time on that one. I have a Stardust Spark Dragon, and it's pretty much acts like it's dumbed down Stardust. I just tribute it to negate effects. And I got 2 of the Red Archfiend Dragons, and pretty much the Scrunlight Red Dragon Archfiend. This card's name becomes Red Dragon Archfiend while it's on the field or in your graveyard once per turn. You can destroy as many first summoning effect monsters on the field as possible with less attack, with less or equal to this card's attack other than this card, then inflict 500 damage to each of your opponent. So pretty much so any monster with 3,000 attack, I can just blow up and someone's gonna get hurt. So yeah, that's pretty much the 2 cards effects. As I say, this is actually as it currently stands right now. This is mostly a the deck currently are. They're gonna get upgraded here shortly and everything. So I hope you enjoy. Let me know anything I could probably throw in here to make the decks better. And thanks for watching. Bye.